You have information about the missing Kunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all, but that is neither here nor there.
Has anyone reported this to the Kunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant. He'll find out soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
The Arishok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arishok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Kunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent, but there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing?
The Kunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Kunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Kunari from his weapon.
I'm sure you have suspicions about what happened.
My concerns are well-founded. This could not have escaped the notice of the city guard, unless they were involved.
Have any failed to report?
Several. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Even I know that. Right. Then you know what to look for. I can't imagine this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link. Please keep this quiet. The Viscount is under enough scrutiny as it is.
Until the Arishok declares otherwise.
What do you want, Hawk? I have no interest in adding to my distractions.
And yet you sent a delegate to the Viscount.
A brief attempt to educate. If the dwarf had stolen the Sarkamek, it could have been used to show the price of greed. But you know the outcome of that. These fools are determined to be wrong. I won't waste the effort again.
A courtesy, Arishok. The delegate and his guards are missing.
Anyone else, and those words would have been their last. You are handling this, not your buffoon of a Viscount.
I am.
Then I will wait. But know this, the provocations we have suffered have worked. If this is not resolved, I can fulfill my duty to the Qun with far less annoyance by sifting through rubble.
As if there wasn't enough pressure.
So he comes down wearing nothing but his boots.
What rhymes
We had a
with
few drinks and everyone laughed,
cornucopia?
but he doesn't care. He was naked.
I once knew a sailor like you. We lost him in a hurricane. Very sad.
So you were invested as a brother in the Chantry, right?
I had just taken my vows when I learned my family was killed.
But you gave sermons and took confessions and such, right?
Do you have something you wish to confess?
I just want to know, what do you say when people have questions? What's your answer when someone asks, so, if Andraste preached freedom and ended slavery, why do you lock up mages and keep them as slaves?
No one ever asked that.
A lot of coin for this place.
That's right, pal. Tonight I'm paid and blessed. And all I had to do was turn my head. To all my friends. Hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with heathen Oxman.
So, someone paid you to take a Qunari delegate?
I made a good wage for looking away while someone tamed a hornhead. So what? They said I should watch out for sympathizers. Traitors. You want something? Take it from me and my new friends. Good coin means good friends. Come on!
This isn't necessary, you know.
What? What do you want? I just did what he said. It was more coin than I've ever seen.
That's very good. Now just tell me who and where.
Templar. It was a Templar. I didn't get the name. We met near the Chantry. He said taking these Kunari was serving the Maker. I swear, he even had the seal of the Grand Cleric. True is true.
Great. A Templar.
Her Grace would never be involved in something like this.
I found this amazing hat shop in Lowtown.
Doing a little right. So, I noticed some notes on the table the other day. Interesting work you got there. Doing a little right. What's a speed griffin? Do they zip around faders? Rising dark with their lightning reflexes. Speed griffin. Good one.
The man was a drunk. Surely you don't think Grand Cleric Elthina is funding zealots?
It's a careful chat about missing Kunari.
Keep an open mind, Hawk. Elthina isn't behind this.
The Grand Cleric, please. Tell her it concerns the Kunari.
Sarah Hawk.
Sister Patrice.
Mother Patrice. Time has changed us both. Grand Cleric Elthina cannot grant an audience to just anyone. What do you want?
Funny how you and issues with the Kunari seem to go together.
And you always assume their side. I was naive when last we met. I did not want you dead, but I felt a death was necessary. That may be too fine a point for you to understand. But you must admit, you came out the better for it.
A Templar may have misjudged an order and abused the Grand Cleric's authority.
I assure you, the Templars would never embarrass the Chantry, at risk of the Knight Commander's wrath.
Men were hired for the righteous task of kidnapping a Qunari delegate. A pause that says you knew. But does Her Grace?
The Grand Cleric trusts her stewards to enact the wishes of the Maker.
I'll speak to Her Grace another time. You will not always be here.
Stubborn. All right, Sirrah Hawk. If you won't abandon this, let me offer you something. The Templar you seek is a radical who has grown unreliable. Confronting him may do us all a favor.
And he is what to you?
He is my former bodyguard, Ser Vonel. Assume what you wish, but I offer him to you as reconciliation. Meet me at this location. I invite you, Sirrah Hawk. Come see the unrest these Qunari have inspired.
Need I say I'm skeptical?
It's her game for the moment.
Is something troubling you?
Did you know someone used the authority of your name to instigate a crime against the Qunari?
The path to righteousness is never as straight and narrow as we wish. I truly hoped this would not go so far. But do not trouble yourself. I will step in when it's time.
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Qunari and mages forever?
The Maker's time is not men's time. We do not need to rush. The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves.